Hi, my name is Rebecca, and welcome to Yarn and Pajamas. Today is an episode of hashtag Movie and Stitch. So today I'm going to review my movie that I watched for the letter W, show you the project that I worked on, and then let you know what I'm going to watch for the letter X. So this is a little bit late. I should have had this done on Wednesday, and today is Sunday, so I'm a few days late. I was late watching the movie and late getting the projects done. So, yeah, so sorry about that, but I do have it done, and I did watch my movie, so let's just hop right on into that. So for my W movie, I watched The Woman in the Window, and I watched it on Netflix, and I have it brought up on IMDb here, so I'll give you a little bit of the statistics about it. So it was made in 2021, and it's an hour and 40 minutes long. And its little tagline says, an agoraphobic woman living alone in New York begins spying on her new neighbors, only to witness a disturbing act of violence. So it stars a few people that I knew, so I was pleasantly surprised by that. It has Amy Adams in it, who I love. She plays on a lot of stuff. Fred Heikinger, I don't know if I said that right, but he plays on, if you have HBO Max, that TV show White Lotus, which I loved. He plays the son of the family that's there at the White Lotus. Gary Oldman, who is great in everything. Julianne Moore, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Wyatt Russell, Brian Tyree Henry, and Anthony Mackie. So I believe he plays in like the Marvel videos. Like he's like one of like the Marvel people, like a superhero. I'm not sure which one. Maybe like a Falcon. The Winter Falcon, is that something? I don't know. I've not watched any of those movies, but I've seen like the commercials, and I know that he plays, and he's a superhero in one of them. So the movie was okay. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. It was very entertaining. It was very twisty and turny. It wasn't like it wasn't a scary movie. It was like a thriller. So you've got Anna, who is doesn't go outside. She's agoraphobic, and she sits in her window and just like watches her neighbors and stuff. And she talks to her therapist, comes to her house, and she talks to her husband and little girl on the phone, and tells them the comings and goings of the neighborhood. Well, some new neighbors move in, and it's the Russell family. And she also has a tenant. She lives in like this big, huge house in New York. It's like 3 or 4 stories, plus it has a basement. So she has a guy who lives in the basement, and that's Wyatt Russell, who is Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son. So he lives in the basement, and that's pretty much like he like helps her out, like takes her trash out and stuff like that, because she doesn't go outside. So the Russells move in across the street, and she sits in her window and watches. And then one night, it's like Halloween, and these kids are egging her house. So she's like trying to run them off, and she opens the door and kind of like passes out outside. Her anxiety overtakes her. Well, next thing you know, she's waking up, and there's a woman who's like, I helped you, and it's the Jane Russell, the wife across the street. So they, sit and talk, and they have a good time and stuff. And then a couple nights later, or that very night, I'm not sure, I can't remember, she witnesses Jane Russell being stabbed. So, she calls the police, and then there it explodes into all kinds of like twists and turns and like what's going on, who does this, who does that. So I'm not going to tell you guys anything else about it because I don't want to give away any of the twisty bits. So yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, the first little bit of the movie. So like I said, I'll give it a thumbs up. It was very entertaining. It wasn't like, you know, earth-shattering kind of movie, but I really enjoyed it. And as always, Amy Adams is just like superb. I just really like her as an actress. She does a really good job, and I really like her. So, for the letter W, I made a W square, and here it is. My W's are kind of big. I should have went down in a hook size so that I didn't have to take them too far out to the edge, but I didn't think about it until I already had them done. So these are free patterns on the internet. The square is by Maria's Blue Crayon, and it's the Granny Square 2.0, and the upper and lower case letters are by the Moogly blog. So the yarn that I use for the letters is Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn and Fruit Salad, and this is a Yarn Bee mini maker in the color teal. Now I did also make one more square. It's just a plain square in the I Love This Yarn Fruit Salad. This will go at the ends of like the four corners of the alphabet blanket. So I have all four of those squares done now, and I'll have them when I put all of my squares together, which I've kind of slacked on that. I did like a little bit there in the beginning, so I kind of need to get on that because we only have 3 letters left. How is that possible? So, moving right on in. I have picked a movie for my X movie. I found it for free on Amazon. And I've seen the X-Men would have been like the easiest ones, but I love X-Men and I've seen them all. So I was like, why did I have to love X-Men? But I did find one, and it's called X, starts with the letter X, Exchange. And it stars Stephen Baldwin, and from what I can gather, it's like a futuristic, like body hopping kind of. Like you can hop from body to body kind of deal. It looks semi-interesting. I thought, you know, it could be worse. So that's the one that I picked for my letter X. And like I said, it's free on Amazon Video if you have Amazon Prime. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks and come back and let you know how this movie is. Now, Stephen Baldwin has some pretty good movies, but Stephen Baldwin also has some pretty not good movies. So this one can go either way, I think. You know, Backdraft was a good movie, and he was in that. And I can't really think of a name of a bad movie because, you know, you tend to forget those pretty easy. So, yeah. So, I'll see you guys here in 2 weeks. I'll let you know how Exchange is, and I will show you guys what I made for my letter X project, and then we'll move right on into Y. And I mean, pretty soon, I mean, it's going to be the end of the year, and we're going to be done with this blanket, and I cannot wait to reveal it in all of its glory to you guys. So I will see you guys later. Bye.